Greetings! So as you can see, what I have here is a new box from Upcrate. This is box number 53. Let's check it out. Alright, so right away we see two really cute stickers. These seem to be really nice. They feel like vinyl, right? I see one escaped Cutman pen. Just put it here for now. This is... oh, yeah, everything is escaping from the side. Whee! So what was in that little parcel? We have a tube of Talent's white gouache. This is extra fine quality, pigments PW6, PW5. We have a nice selection of Cutman colors, so let's check them out. So sap green was the first one that I found wandering in the box. This is cadmium red pale hue. This is purple lake. Intense blue, phthalo blue. Cobalt blue hue. Ultramarine. Indigo. And permanent rose. So 8 pens, the gouache. We have a brush from the brand Colibri. Size 3 seems to be a nice synthetic brush. Then we also get a pad of professional quality watercolor papers, 100% cotton. That's really cool. From the band SMLT. So this is the month's artist, Rikibeztiki. You can find them on Instagram under the same name. So what does this say? The new e-magazine. Scan the QR code for our new online magazine. For the environment and for more interactivity. You can see some art. Alright, well, I'll get set up with the supplies. So unwrapping the pens, cleaning up the brush. And I'll also check the magazine online. And I'm back with my painting, swatches, all of that. Let's take a look at them. So let's go. First of all, the brush was really quite nice. It looks a bit worse for wear right now because it rolled around in the box and got a bit squished, and therefore it has a bit of a curve at the tip, but I'll remedy that because it's a really nice brush. I really enjoyed painting with it. It's a good size, size 3. You cannot really paint large areas with a size 3, but it's really versatile for medium to really small details. Then the paints I put in this Winsor & Newton palette. As you can see, the box itself is quite old, but the paints are new. And these are the 8 colors that came with this box. I also used a bit of the gouache and I put it in this little ceramic dish that, funnily enough, is also from Winsor & Newton. So the gouache was from Talents, and that's it. The box is empty. And what I have left from the box is the stickers. And I also kept the wrappers on this sheet that I will incorporate in my sketchbook. So let's take a look at the sketchbook swatches and paintings. Alright, so I have 2. Okay, so the loose one, as you can probably guess, came from this pad of paper that came with the Upcrate box. I took it out to put in my sketchbook just for the sake of convenience. Alright, so the swatches. As you can see, the Cutman colors come off quite nicely. Some colors do a bit better than others. That's probably due to the nature of the pigments in them. One of my perpetual annoyance with Cutman is I feel like their sap green is kind of weak. If you consider the range of values available with this one, it starts kind of light even at mass tone and then can only get progressively lighter. Whereas if you take a color like their Intense Blue, it starts with a much deeper mass tone and then you can dilute it to really light colors. The gouache itself is a bit patchy, so I'm not sure how good it would be for painting wide areas of things you want to be perfectly white. But for the way I used it, I think it worked out well. I tried to find something that would work with the colors in this particular box, and for me and my skill set, that was to paint some sort of space scene and have all the blues be used to create the colors of space, and then use the other colors and some of the blues to create the subject. I can't really say if it's through skills or paper, but I did a much better job painting the space effect on this one. That's the paper that came with the box. On this one, on the cotton paper here, I feel like the colors doled out a whole lot more than they did here. Perhaps it's the difference in sizing. Perhaps this one has more sizing, so the colors tend to stay on top of the paper more, and this one they absorbed in it a bit more. I can't really say. Could also be user error. Perhaps I did a better job on this one. I painted this one first, so perhaps that was the the sacrificial lamb. And then when I painted this one, I had this experience behind me and did this. It's not the first time I paint this kind of space background, but it's the first time in a bit. I haven't done it in a while. Then I decided to use the range of colors available to paint the spacesuit, and I kept the cat a white cat because that was just the easiest considering the colors I had. And then I painted this scenery on this one to sort of make it look as if the cat is on a alien planet and collecting plants. Make of that what you will, but I think the colors worked really well for that intent. The gouache worked really nicely to make some stars. On this one, some of the dots near the planet are from masking fluid, and some of the dots further away are from the gouache. From this one, all the little stars, all the little dots are from gouache. I also did a bit of edge lighting on the subjects with the gouache, but it's not the most opaque application. This box was pretty straightforward, so I really don't have much to say because everything worked out well. The brush was nice, and I know I have to fix it because I put it in the box and it rolled around a bit and got smushed. But a nice brush. The paints are better than I remembered, to be honest. All the blues here and the permanent rose and the cadrid hue, they're really nice. The purple lake and the sap green, for me, are a bit lackluster, but it's not because of the color itself or whatever. It's just the formulation that makes these colors unable to reach the depths that I like to be able to get to with paints. I like my paints to go from really intense or really deep or really dark, depending on the hue itself, to really light, because I feel like that's the key element in watercolor. And whenever I get a paint that is limited in that value range, like the sap green, it bothers me. And then the gouache is serviceable. Would I buy this gouache again? Probably not. But I would definitely pick it up if I had to paint more scenes where I need to splatter some white paint. I feel like it did a really good job. Has a nice opacity. I've done some splatters with white gouache before where the gouache would like absorb in the paper and kind of disappear. These stay really like visible and they work really well for little stars dot. It's also fine for subtle lighting on the edges of things, I feel like. If you want to work it in opacity over something else, that's when I feel this gouache sort of drops the ball. The paper is nice. I really like this paper. I will probably use it again. It has a few issues that I took note of in the back. So it really hates masking tape and masking fluid. It doesn't show for the masking tape all that much because that was on the edges, but it took off some of the paper in places. So you can maybe kind of see it. Like it roughened up the paper in some areas. And also it really didn't enjoy the masking fluid that I put all over the cat here and over the spaceship. But especially this big swath of masking fluid, when I removed it, it tore off some of the paper. Now it doesn't show that much once painted over. But again, I was fortunate enough that it's on like weird plants. If it was someone's portrait, I might be more annoyed with it. Good paper, but don't use masking fluid or masking tape on it if possible, because it really doesn't take to it well. So that's it for my review of this box from Upcrate, their box number 53. It was a really enjoyable box. I really like it when they have watercolor based boxes. That speaks to me a bit more, and it's always a fun challenge because when they have watercolor themed box, for me the challenge becomes on the creativity level rather than trying to learn a new medium and then being creative with it. So really enjoy painting with these. I'm definitely going to use these supplies again. And also, I have a special discount code for 30% off your first subscription box. The code will be visible in the description and on the video, so make sure to use it if you decide to get any box. Thank you so much, Upcrate, for sending me this box. I'll have all the links in the description if you want to go check it out for yourself, see what Upcrate is like, or if any box there strikes your fancy. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.